hata kazini na kwa kila jambo. Sasa tunapokuja kwa
Good afternoon. My name is Margaret Mutembei, and I'll read the eulogy of Mutegi Njau. To the general public, Laston Mutegi Njau was best known as a fearless journalist who throughout his long career called power to account. To his peers in the industry, he was the ultimate professional, a reporter, editor, trainer, and media leader who practiced freedom of the media before that freedom was enshrined in the Constitution. Aside from this, his chosen vocation, Mutegi was a devoted family man, a lovely husband, father, and grandfather. A leader amongst his siblings, an adored uncle, and a respected figure within the extended family as well as within the wider community and social circles of relatives, friends, and neighbors. Mutegi was born on 22nd December 1949 to the late Ezra Njau and Margaret Shiankui in Dagani Village, Chuka, Tharaka Nithi County. He was son-in-law of the late Mark Mutunga and the late Josephine Biro, husband of Joyce Muthoni, and father of Leonard Rugendo, Ezra Moshiri, and Sin Njau. He was the father-in-law to Janet Raibo and grandfather to Claire Muthoni Njau. He was the brother of the late Teresa Sebastian, Grace Mbare, the late Dastan Kaduni, Jerioth Shiaronche, Ngoge Ezra, Sylvia Akubu, Mugo Ezra, Getari Ezra, Kagweni Ezra, Munene Ezra, Bretta Shiantudi, the late Karen Shiakodie, the late Caro Kanyi, Grace Ezra, Kari Ezra, the late Mesheni Ezra, Beth Ezra, Kageni Ezra, Wanja Ezra, and the late Dori Njeri, the late Kaduni Ezra, and Kanini Ezra. He was a brother-in-law to the late Joseph Kabunge and Monica Kabunge, the late Jebel Mushonko and Virginia Mushonko, the late Jotham Njage and Indith Njage, Joseph Nyaga and Charity Nyaga, Karen Nyaga and the late James Nyaga, Grace Mokwanjeru and Elias Nyamu, the late Dorcas Njeri and the late Judah Mushira and the late Jennifer Wanja. Growing up, an ordinary village boy in Dagani village, Chuka, Mutegi's education journey started at Kiamoge and then Kiangondu Primary School. On completion, primary education, he moved on to Eko Secondary School in 1964, excelling after 4 years of study with a first division in then East Africa Certificate of Secondary Education, EACE. In 1969, Mutegi was admitted to Kenyatta College, now Kenyatta University, where in 1971, he obtained a diploma in education. After a brief stint as a teacher at Gilis High School, Murang'a, Mutegi proceeded to the University of Nairobi in 1973, where in 1976, he obtained a Bachelor of Education in Linguistics and History. Mutegi's path to recognition as one of the most eminent journalists the country has ever produced started in 1979 as a script writer and producer at the then Voice of Kenya, VOK, now the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC. In what was to set the bedrock for a distinguished career in journalism, Mutegi took time early in his media career to attend the University of Nairobi School of Journalism between 1980 and 1981, obtaining a postgraduate diploma in mass communications. The highlight of his career at the national broadcaster was scripting the weekly current affairs program, Dunia Wiki Hii, but what really brought him to public attention was co-hosting the popular weekly press conference. He continued hosting the show, which regularly saw a wide variety, cabinet ministers and other people in leadership across government, business, the professionals, and other fields taken through his merciless grilling, even after leaving VOK in 1981 to join National Media Group as an investigative reporter. Mutegi wrote for Kenya's biggest media house until 1984, when he left to join the pioneering weekly review magazine founded by the legendary Hilary Ngweno. 2 years later, in 1986, he rejoined The Nation, where he specialized in investigative and political reporting and news analysis. In 1988, his aggressive, no-holds-barred reporting was recognized with promotion to news editor of the flagship Daily Nation title. He was responsible for management and coordination of news coverage throughout the country, apart from where he was also entrusted with leading coverage of the general elections in 1988, 1992, and 1997. In 1992, he was appointed investigative editor, mandated to establish and run the new desk as the National embarked on the transition from straight news reportage to in-depth investigations, analysis, and news features. His hard-nosed and bold reporting led to many ruins in the authority. In 1994, he was arrested and charged at Nakuru Court over a story The Nation had published about communal violence in burnt forests. When the Nation Media Group expanded from newspapers to the electronic space with the establishment of the broadcasting division in 1999, it was to Mutegi they turned to on the role of news manager for both Nation Television NTV and Nation FM. This was a challenging task that involved almost starting from scratch with the recruitment of reporters, producers, new anchors, camera crew, video editors, and other staff. Among the news programs that he initiated for NTV was the popular Up Close and Candid. Mutegi worked at NTV until 2003, when he was transferred back to his old post of investigative editor at the Nation, Daily Nation, from where he retired honorably in 2005. They say journalists, like old soldiers, never retire. Even before Mutegi and put his feet up for a well-earned rest, he was the same year of his retirement approached by Royal Media Services, a relatively new outfit already taking the TV and radio broadcast space by storm, to start and head a weekly newspaper, The Leader. Concurrently with that, he was also tasked with heading RMC coverage of the pivotal 2005 Constitutional of Kenya referendum campaigns, and from then on came to serve as news editor for Citizen Television. He also served as the RMS in other capacities, among them as the training editor, from where, just as he had done with Nation, he became a tough but caring teacher, trainer, coach, mentor, and father figure for many young and eager journalists. He was hard taskmaster who pushed his charges to the limit, but many of those who came through his hands from a substantial percentage of the most brilliant leaders in the Kenya newsroom of today. Mutegi Njau was an international acclaimed journalist, He was a recipient of the Alfred Friendly Press Fellowships, which accorded him the opportunity to work with the Charlotte Observer and a daily paper in the Charlotte, North Carolina, USA between June and December 1992. He was also a member of the International Consortium of Investigative Journalism, a Washington, D.C.-based organization of reporters who collaborated on international cross-border investigative reports. He took part in the annual Global Integrity Survey that develops corruption indexes in various countries of the world, and also trained journalists in many countries as part of international media trainings organized by the UNDP. Locally, he has done a lot of work with the Media Council of Kenya, the statutory industry regulatory media, chairing the sitting on various task forces, crafting regulations, and running training programs. Mutegi was called to be with the Lord on June 27, 2024, after a short illness. He leaves behind a rich legacy of contribution to the independence and development of journalism in the country. May his soul rest in peace.